Hi lovelies, karibu sana to my YouTube channel. My name is Glynis. Thank you so much for joining us if you're new here. If you're a returning viewer, asante sana for the support. And in today's video, I've just come from judging a moot court competition, and I just thought, because I'm from doing it and I'm from giving comments on mooting stuff, why not do an entire video about it? Hopefully, if you're into moot court, this video will be helpful in helping you know exactly what judges are looking for during a moot court competition. So let's get into it. So first things first, what is moot court? I have talked about moot court before, and if you're joining law school and this is something you're thinking about, moot court is sort of the upgrade from debate, because usually with debate you'd be given a question and you'd be told propose or oppose this motion. So with moot court, it's a lengthier question where it gives you a set of facts that are happening within a certain jurisdiction, and they're basically telling you, with this set of facts, build a case. So in moot court, there's so many nitty-gritties that go into it. I think if you've watched my joining moot court video, you already know that it's a lot, so I'll link it up here and in the description in case you haven't. But basically, moot court is a set of facts that you're given. You prepare a case either as the applicant or the respondent, and in that case you will present it before a panel of judges who will judge you according to the law that you have applied. So that's just a very simple definition. If you want me to talk about moot court more, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll give more extensive information on the subject. So the main reason for this video is just to give you guys who are already mooting feedback on what judges look for. So the first thing you should know whenever you're getting into a moot competition, or the first thing that you should think about, is one, how you're going to make your oral presentation. Moot court has two limbs. There's the submissions and then there's the oral presentation. So for the submissions, I feel like that's a whole other video which I may do in future if you guys want, but I'm going to speak specifically on the oral submissions, which is basically what you say. Oral submissions, the first thing you should know is confidence is key. Anyone who has mooted before will tell you, you never know everything in a moot court competition, but don't let the judges see that. Make sure that you're showing the judges that you are as confident as possible, you believe in the case that you're bringing before them, you are speaking clearly, you are speaking coherently. That alone sells you so much. And remember, there are marks for appearance, there are marks for eloquence, there are marks on articulation, and all that you can just get it simply by being confident. So confidence doesn't mean arrogance. Please do not go before a panel when you're being arrogant. Arrogance is where you pretend to be a know-it-all and you cannot listen to what the judges are telling you. No, be very respectful to judges. Most of the time this will be people who are already senior to you in the profession, or even if they aren't, they have been in that position by merit. So be very respectful. Most important thing, confident, not arrogant. The second thing to think about when you're making oral submissions is appearance. As you already know, as a lawyer or an advocate in this country, there's a specific way that you should look. The first two tips I'm giving you is free marks. Just wear a suit, and if you don't have a suit, just pick a nice coat, pick a nice dress, put them together and make it look as formal as possible. Make sure the colors that you're wearing, your blacks, your browns, they're all within the LSK dress code, so that as you're appearing before court, it is a simulation of how you would appear before the real court, that is the High Court, the Magistrate Court or the Supreme Court. Please do not come in yellow, pink, red. Those are not acceptable colors in this profession. And it is very important that you know that image is everything. Most probably you will be appearing before a panel who have no idea who you are. So the first thing that they're going to get from you is the way that you look. So make sure that you look the part. The third thing that you need to think about when you're making your oral submissions is speak slowly. I know this seems very obvious, but half the time when I have judged moot court competitions, I don't even hear the name of the person who is speaking. So I'll just be there asking my fellow co-judges, as I was asking Kimani in this one, and I'll be like, what did they say their name was? Please speak slowly and coherently, especially when you're introducing yourself, because you want to leave a lasting impression. You are selling yourself to the judges, and in as much as judges would want to judge the case on merit, they're also going to judge the case in how you present it. So speak speak slowly, coherently. I know during moot court the pressure is over the roof and you might be speaking faster than your mind because your mind is racing and points are flowing. I always tell people, if you've appeared before me, when I see that you're going off the roof, I'm always like, cancel, please take a breath and then proceed. That just is, it's allowed for you to feel like you're overwhelmed. It's allowed for you to also ask that you could be given a few seconds to compose yourself in case you feel like you do not know how to articulately respond to a particular issue, or if you're feeling nervous or if you're feeling tense. It is very, very normal to feel all those things because moot court is a very highly intense and competitive situation. The next thing you need to think about in moot court, whether you're doing it virtually, whether you're doing it physically, posture is key. This may seem like very basic things, but when you're standing, don't slouch. When you're sitting, make sure you're not bending forward. Make sure you're within frame and within the angle. Posture is also another indicator of confidence. When you are well poised, when you're well seated, when you're comfortable in your own skin, you also sell that to the judges. And if the judges can be able to see that you are confident in your posture, then they take you seriously. Don't bend your shoulders. When you're feeling frustrated, don't slouch. Make sure you're taking care of your facial expressions because nonverbal cues of communication are very, very loud during moot court. If you look clueless, we will know that you're clueless. If you look confused, we will know that you're confused. If you're about to lie, we will know that you're about to lie. Okay, so that's very, very important. Have a very positive posture. Make sure you are giving a plain, or how do I put it? Your facial expressions are also selling you. So please try and control how your face is looking. If you feel like this judge is wasting my time, we will see it. And judges are human beings, even as they are judging your case on merit. So if you give them something negative, the probability of it coming back to you negatively is also very high. The next thing that I'll talk about when it comes to making oral presentations during moot court is do not lie to the panel. If you have appeared before me again, you know there is nothing worse than lying to a panel of judges, because there is something that is called deliberations, and this is just basically when judges go on to their separate chambers and they decide, okay, so what do we think about A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Do not lie to the judges, because all these people have probably mooted before. They have been where you are. We have received this question beforehand. We have researched on it. So if I ask you a question and you lie about either the case or the authority, or you lie about a provision of the law, I will know. And that just goes to speak badly on your knowledge of the law, also on the knowledge of the facts. You cannot lie about the facts when we already have we already have the memorial that is there telling us all the facts. Don't change the facts. The facts never change. When it comes to the law, you can interpret the law in a way that is suitable for your client, but do not lie about the law. Another thing you need to remember is, even as you're interpreting the law suitably for your client, it is not up to you to manipulate the ruling or the judgment. Because what a lot of people do is they come before us and they tell us, in the case of A versus B, the court held that this is how things should go. But what you go and you realize in that ruling, you realize that that was an argument that was advanced and not really what the court held. So it looks really, really bad when we go back to our deliberations or our research and we found out that you lied about an authority or a case or the facts. Do not lie. If you do not know, say that you seek the indulgence of the court, and the court will understand that no one knows everything. No one is a monopoly of knowledge. So what they will do is they will basically say, okay, you can proceed on the issue. Another thing you need to remember when you're making oral submissions is it is not the end of the world. These judges are human beings just like you. If you appear before a panel of judges, they have probably mooted just like you, and it is very, very important to remember that they are human, because they will throw questions at you. Some of them may be malicious, some of them may be to guide you or to indulge you. Always look at them like they're human beings. They're not gods who are sitting there. And as you are also answering questions, because you'll realize that interacting with judges involves a lot of questions, please remember to answer the questions and not evade them. When you evade the questions, you're basically telling the judge, I really don't care about what you're saying, I want to stick to my line of argument. And the minute you do that, judges become even more inquisitive and they ask you even more questions. So please take the questions with grace. Respond to the questions as they have been asked. If they take too much time and eat into your time for arguing, then request for more time. But don't evade the questions and say that my co-counsel will answer this, or this question has already been addressed. No, if the question has already been answered, just say, give a brief outline and a brief overview, and then refer to your co-counsel's arguments. Don't stand up and then say, my co-counsel has dealt with this and I wish to proceed. There is a reason you're being asked that question. Maybe it is to guide your line of argument. Maybe the judges don't care about any of your other submissions, they just care about this particular issue. Please, when you ask the question, don't evade. If you don't know, say you don't know. But the most important thing is, remember that I like this quote that says that you have everything you need to succeed. If you have been preparing for a moot court for months, there has to be something that you have read that will appeal to the judges. So even if you don't know a specific issue that the judge has asked you on, it is very, very important for you to attempt to answer the question to the best of your knowledge. And if you're attempting to answer a question to the best of your knowledge, always indulge the bench so that they can give you more clues on how to answer this question. I'll end this video at that. I am so grateful, so grateful to all of you guys who are reaching out and giving me feedback about my law school videos. I hope you guys are doing well. If you like this videos about moot court, please let me know in the comments down below. Share this with a friend of yours who wants to join moot court. If you have appeared before me in any panel, if I have judged you before, please comment down below. I'd want to know what you guys think about me as a judge. And yeah, also a very big thank you to Kabarak Law School, who invited me to judge their forum on East Africa community law. I really did enjoy it, and I would advise you guys that if you are in law school and you don't have a moot court club, please take the initiative to start it, because it's a very essential area that you need to practice on if you are going to be an advocate in the future. That is it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Comment down below on any ideas that you have, and subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be informed on when I post new videos. And if you have any feedback, you could reach out to me on any of my social platforms, or you could drop me an email and we'll stay in touch. Thank you so much, and as always, please be kind to one another. Bye.